Hello, I'm Aaron, here today to give you a speech. Have you ever heard the saying, a story is only as strong as its villain? It's a pretty common saying. I'm sure you've heard it. I believe it to be true. The villain is very important to a story as an obstacle for the hero to overcome, as an antithesis to the hero's morals and beliefs, and it's someone that's, as an audience, that we can generally root against, take pleasure when they get taken down by the hero, or sometimes even be redeemed. Today I'll be talking about 4 different types of villains, 4 categories that I've created. The traditional, the mastermind, the tragic villain, and the anti-villain. These are 4 names that I've pretty much made up myself, so I'll be explaining them more in detail and giving examples of each. So, first is traditional. Traditional is really just your classic villain. Generally, they're evil, naturally evil. There's really, they might have a reason to be evil, but nothing too serious. They're just really just bad people. They're arrogant, cocky. They usually oppose the heroes. They're usually irredeemable, where they can't be redeemed. You just have to take them down. And yeah, I would say some examples of this would be the White Witch from the Chronicles of Narnia, or Hannibal Lecter from the Hannibal show, all those movies. Second is Mastermind. Mastermind is pretty similar in that they're really arrogant, just like the traditional, but they work more behind the scenes. They're smarter. They use their men to kind of as pawns in their plans. They usually, have a bigger overarching plan and goal that opposes the hero's goal. The masterminds usually, work as like the puppet masters. They may not be physically strong, but they're always smart and know how to use everyone to their advantage. Examples of that would be the Joker, and from Joker from Batman, and Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. Next is tragic. Tragic is interesting because out of the first 3 that I'm talking about, the tragic usually has a backstory, a sad, tragic backstory, a reason for them to be evil. Sometimes they can be just manipulated, or sometimes they can be coerced into being evil. They can be grown up in a wrong environment and don't know good from evil. Or, yeah. I would say an example of this would be Darth Vader from Star Wars. He was manipulated to the dark side by Emperor Palpatine that I just mentioned in the Masterminds. There's also Winter Soldier from Captain America. He was basically brainwashed into being evil. So yeah, there's many reasons for a tragic villain, but usually it's against their will. They're not inherently evil. And last but not least is the anti-villain. The anti-villain usually has an end goal that's noble, but the means that they use to achieve it are evil, despicable. They don't really care about, the side effects. They don't care about, they don't care about, the innocent people that they hurt. They just care about the end. The end justify the means. I would say an example of this would be Magneto from X-Men, or V from Vendetta. They have a noble goal, a noble cause, but their means to achieve it are just irredeemable. But they can be redeemed more so than the first 3. So, yeah. In conclusion, these 4 categories of villains, there can be a little mixing or maxing of each. Sometimes they can move from one to another. Like they can be a mastermind at first, gain more power and wealth, and become more a traditional villain. Or they can be an anti-villain, and the more evil crimes they commit, they'll turn into more of a traditional villain. Well, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.